I'm a patient person. Okay, I'm a very patient person, but I'm on my lady time, and why is it every time I'm about to film, Belen starts yapping, cars start coming, people look directly at me, and I'm like, where were you when I was literally not filming myself, doing anything? They can't even see my phone right here, but you want to pop out and bother me when I'm trying to work here. Anyways, hi, welcome back. Hey. We're back at work. It was supposed to be my off day. Mind you, a coworker of mine had a unforeseen, issue in her home life, and I was like, oh yeah, of course, let me come in. Like, I really don't care how tired, but somebody has to show up, so I was like, yeah, sure, I'll come in. Mind you, the owner is in a different country right now, so I'm like, who else is gonna show up? Anywho, no, I was talking to God today because today I thought I was gonna be off. I was at the lake with Belen, and once I got off work yesterday, my body felt like it was about to collapse. Like, I just been so tired, and mind you, it might be because of my lady time. Sorry if that's TMI for you, but it happens. Even though I'm handling my stress well, there are days like yesterday where my body felt like I was gonna collapse. And I know I can't collapse fully because of the situation that I'm in, and I collapse enough where I can be in front of people, but today I really just needed a day. And instead of getting frustrated and annoyed by it, because I'm just like, it's not like that person was partying and they were hungover, because if that was the case, I'm like, hey girl, you gonna have to suck it up. I'm like, I'm not coming in. I've been there all week. I'm grateful, but I've been here all week. Like, you're gonna have to pull it together. But it was like an actual family emergency, so I was like, oh yeah, let me get myself together, and I'll be right there. But instead of me getting annoyed, and I saw a little bit of growth in me, because I was just like, you know what, maybe there was something that I needed to see today. Maybe I'm supposed to meet somebody. Maybe I'm supposed to spread a word to somebody, because sometimes life works like that. You weren't supposed to go down this pathway, but you find like a cool like boutique, or you meet somebody new, regardless, romantic, platonic, whatever, or something really spontaneous happened for you, and you were just like, oh, I wasn't even supposed to be here today. So I started looking at things kind of in those types of lenses, instead of just focusing like my body feels like it's about to shut down and I'm really tired, and it's another day out of the heat. I can be in the AC. I was telling God, I was like, Lord, I'm just really tired. I'm blessed to work, and I'm glad you gave me the strength to work, because not only am I working in the boutique, I'm also working like off the clock too for like my personal businesses and goals. So I'm like giving the same energy to other people's businesses until my business takes off. So it gets a little tiring, that's why, entrepreneurship isn't always easy. That's why everybody doesn't do it. So there's a lot of personal goals that I'm reaching, and I've accomplished a lot, mind you, within like the 3, 4 years, 5 years. I don't know, time doesn't really exist anyway, but no, I just had to reframe my mind in the fact of like, man, I have to go to work, or just like I'm blessed to go to work even though I'm dog tired, and then maybe something magical was supposed to happen for me today, where I needed to be, where God needed me to be there, because maybe that person that I'm supposed to see, or maybe that whatever is supposed to happen to me was supposed to happen yesterday, but they were too tired. They needed to sit down. So you see what I'm saying? Like, everybody plays a part. Everybody plays a part in this world or whatever, where they have the free will to say yes. Yes, we're told to do something. Mind you, I'm a person like that too. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'll do it tomorrow, God, I got you. But right now, my brain's not here. My body's not here. I'm really exhausted, you know? So I might take a little nap when I'm supposed to go to the Barnes & Noble or whatever. You know, sometimes we prolong something, or sometimes we're in a situation where we're kind of like, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow. There's a reason why he asked you to do it that moment. It's free will, and we all have it. So, like, if there's like today, like I said, you know, maybe that person that I'm supposed to meet or give a word to, or something special happens. I don't know. I'm not gonna write the script. I'll always ask God to, like, just surprise me for whatever the day brings. You know, I know it's gonna be good. Just keep surprising me, because He knows the surprises that I like. But yeah, instead of just getting, like, frustrated and cry, and, you know, of course, you know, us ladies feel an amplified emotion once a month. I hate it, but blessed for it, because there was a time where I couldn't have a period on my own. But we healed that. Better diet and exercise, and taking the right herbs for my body to regulate normally, like it's supposed to. But yeah, I am very proud of myself, because I had to bring myself out of that funk and be like, hey girl, you're making money. You never know who you might meet. You never know what's going to happen. So if God needs you here, you need to be there. So, you know, I always tell God, like, just place me where I need to go, because I ain't trying to be anywhere where I'm not supposed to be. That's just me personally. I've been, you know, in my late 20s, early 30s. I would say all the 20s, actually. In my 20s and early 30s, I've been in places where I didn't need to be, and I learned a lot of lessons that way. So if change of plans happens, no matter how annoyed I get, I try to, you know, flip the script and be a little bit more positive about it. So maybe that could help you one day, where you're just like, I'm dog tired, but I gotta show up. You know, life is a stage. I tell myself all the time, I don't know if I want to put jewelry on. I feel like, you know, this is the best you're gonna get. You know, life is a stage. Like, you know, sometimes it's effortless for me to be on, and then other days like this where I'm just like, we gotta have to listen to some good music, get some coffee, or not really coffee. I really don't like coffee. It tastes like burnt beans to me, and it's because I stopped drinking it, and it was raising my cortisol. So when I went back to try to drink it, and I was like, ooh, it just tastes like burnt beans. And I don't know, maybe I just haven't had the right one. But no, I'm just a very strong tea drinker. My tea order is like Earl Grey with almond milk with a pump of vanilla. It's the best thing ever. I tell you, I'm an old lady. My mom raised me on tea time, so that I'm just going back to my roots. Don't ask me why. I don't know, it's just very soothing, and then I'd rather have, like, natural caffeine compared to, like, you know, energy drinks. I had a Red Bull one time, and it was in high school, and I nearly had a heart attack, and it was like one of those high school trips or something. It was overnight, and we were doing like arcade stuff. Like, it was like a late night high school get together, and it was like organized by the school. We went to this arcade thing, but I was like, I'm about to fall asleep. This is past my bedtime. So they were giving us like Red Bulls, Monsters, and stuff like that. Like, we were going to the gas station, because I think it was a road trip. I can't quite remember, but I remember going to the arcade because I had a lot of fun. But yeah, I had a Red Bull one time, and boy, I almost had a heart attack. Yeah, I almost had a heart attack in the back of the bus. I was lit. I can't be that hyper. I mean, I could be that hyper naturally if I have a nap. But I was like, my heart was like, I was like, wow, I didn't know I could feel so alive. That crash hit hard. I was so sick in my stomach. I was so lethargic. I'm like, never again. Yeah, I don't really need energy drinks. I just need, English breakfast tea, black tea, and that's it. If I want to get fancy, put a little cinnamon in there for funsies. But no, yeah, that's how my brain is working today. I did not want to go in. I still don't want to go in, but we do what we have to do, and I'm grateful to make extra money. And who knows who I will meet? Who knows if I'm supposed to help somebody today? I don't know, but we will be a light and a crazy thing we call life. Thanks for watching. Okay, love you, bye.